right, the poison for Cusco, the poison chosen specially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison?
Yes, that poison.
Welcome to Mojo Core, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 30 most memorable and beloved celebrity voice actor performances in movies.
You are a child's plaything!
You are a sad, strange little man.
Number 30, Jay Baruchel as Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise.
So, what should we name it? Yeah, itchy armpit it is.
Naturally possessing a nerdy, nasally voice, Jay Baruchel couldn't have been better suited to play Hiccup, a scrawny Viking living in his mighty father's shadow.
Keeping this much raw Vikingness contained, there will be consequences!
I'll take my chance.
A lesser actor might have portrayed this character as a one-dimensional nerd. Baruchel turns in a multi-layered performance, however, bringing out Hiccup's strength, wisdom, and compassion as he forms a powerful bond with a dragon.
Huh. Toothless. I could have sworn you had... teeth.
As this series progresses, Baruchel develops Hiccup into a brave, noble leader with a great deal of depth. All the while, Baruchel maintains an offbeat charm that distinguishes Hiccup from the rest of the crowd.
You never cease to amaze me, bud. Thank you.
Number 29, Patton Oswalt as Remy, Ratatouille. You gotta figure there's gonna be more than a few Pixar entries on this list, so what better way to start than with Patton Oswalt in Ratatouille?
It's not really a smoky taste. It's a certain, it's kind of like a, it's got like this boom, zap kind of taste. Don't you think? What would you call that flavor?
Lightning-y?
Yeah, it's lightning-y!
A rat with a love for cooking, Remy naturally finds division between his passion and the dark and damp world he's been bred into. With such a defined character trait driving the plot, the movie hinges on Oswalt being able to get the audience to empathize with Remy immediately. But boy, does he make it look or sound effortless. So fluidly is he able to suffuse the character with the enthusiasm needed, yet with a dash of that familiar, artistic stubbornness.
Ah! No! Spit that out right now! I have got to teach you about food. Close your eyes. Now, take a bite of this. No! Don't just hork it down!
Oswalt's vocal career would only skyrocket after this movie, and we can definitely see or hear why. Number 28, Jerry Orbach as Lumiere, Beauty and the Beast. This Disney classic is chock full of vocal talent. While Angela Lansbury's Mrs. Potts is oh so charming, for this entry we have to give it to Jerry Orbach as Lumiere.
So, you fall in love with her, she falls in love with you, and poof, the spell is broken. We'll be human again by midnight.
Orbach was a world-class actor who tore Broadway up. Though sadly the star passed away in 2004, he left behind a legacy on stage and on screen that will never be forgotten. His performance as Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast, like much of his work, is timeless.
Course by course, one by one, till you shout. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest.
Through the candelabra, we get a taste of the actor's immeasurable talent. He brings a theatrical sense to Lumiere that makes him impossible to ignore. Everything from his iconic rendition of Be Our Guest to his charming persona is executed perfectly.
Cogsworth, I am surprised at you. She's not a prisoner, she's our guest. We must make her feel welcome here.
Number 27, Ralph Fiennes as Pharaoh Rameses II, the Prince of Egypt. No stranger to playing tyrannical villains throughout his career, Ralph Fiennes walks a fine line between cruelty and sympathy in this epic musical.
Well, forgive us these smiles on our faces. You'll know what power is when we are done, son.
At once refined and wicked in his vocal stylings, the British actor conveys the moral complexity of a man torn between his duty as a ruler and the love he has for his brother Moses. Even as the story progresses and his treatment of the Hebrews becomes more unforgivable, Fiennes still allows us to believe Rameses is capable of change. Though he plays an irredeemable antagonist, his performance cuts straight to the core of a misunderstood man whose stubbornness ultimately prevents him from doing the right thing. Number 26, Samuel L. Jackson as Lucius Best, Frozone, The Incredibles franchise.
Yeah, you say peace. I kind of think you mean the other thing.
A few years before debuting as Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Samuel L. Jackson saved the day as this slick superhero. Gotcha! Possessing ice powers and a laid-back personality, Frozone is cool in every sense of the word. So as you can imagine, Jackson was an ideal casting choice.
You want to catch a robber? No. Tell you the truth, I'd rather go bowling. Look, what if we actually did what our wives think we're doing?
In The Incredibles, Jackson hits every one-liner out of the park, making Frozone sound like a total badass. He additionally hits all the right notes as Frozone's alter ego, Lucius Best, acting as a supportive best friend to Bob Parr.
Hey, is the night still young?
You're very late.
How do I look? Good?
Oh, the mask. You still got the mask.
Of course, Jackson's best line delivery occurs during an argument between Lucius and his wife, Honey. We'll never get tired of hearing Jackson ask, "Where's my super suit?"
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Number 25, John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph, the Wreck-It Ralph franchise.
Anywho, what else? I'm a wrecker. I wreck things. Professionally.
I'm gonna wreck it!
Wreck-It Ralph is a different kind of Disney villain. He's not sinister, calculating, or even really bad. He actually wants to be a good guy, but simply doesn't understand what being a hero is all about.
Blame me if you think video games have ruined the world.
John C. Reilly is delightful as the titular character, supplying him with a childlike innocence. As we all know, however, children can be selfish, naive, and aggressive too.
Well, unless you've got a go-kart hidden in the fat folds of your neck, I can't help you.
In Ralph's case, he's basically a troubled kid trapped in an overgrown body. Even when Ralph is at his worst, though, Reilly still manages to make him lovable and even identifiable.
It's game over for both of you.
No. Just for me.
Behind his hostile tendencies, there's an individual with a genuine soul, which Reilly brings out of Ralph as he discovers his true purpose in life.
Turns out I don't need a medal to tell me I'm a good guy. Because if that little kid likes me, how bad can I be?
Number 24, Mandy Moore as Rapunzel, Tangled. The story of Rapunzel is one that most of us grew up with and know like the back of our hands. Yet in Tangled, Mandy Moore makes it feel new and fresh.
Too weak to handle myself out there, huh, Mother? Well, tell that to my frying pan.
She certainly has a knack for creating memorable characters, like Jamie in A Walk to Remember and Rebecca in This Is Us. Rapunzel undoubtedly belongs on that list. Moore's portrayal of the princess feels authentic and relevant.
For like the first time ever, I'm completely free. I could go running and racing and dancing and chasing.
With her angelic singing voice and relatable personality, she makes it hard not to love the character. Her unforgettable performance, combined with Zachary Levi's charming portrayal of Flynn, breathes new life into this fairy tale.
All at once, everything is different now that I see you.
Number 23, Will Ferrell as Megamind, Megamind.
Even the smallest bite from Arachnus Dethicus will instantly paralyze. Oh! Get it off!
Will Ferrell has a knack for taking potentially unlikable characters and giving them a lovable quality. Megamind is a perfect example. An alien who aspires to take over Metro City, Megamind is egotistical, manipulative, and dastardly. Deep down, though, he's not exactly evil. He just sees supervillainy as his only career option. Of course, once he finally defeats his nemesis, his existence suddenly lacks meaning.
Always thirsty, never satisfied. I understand you, little well-dressed bird.
Ferrell totally throws himself into the role, having a ton of fun playing a childish mastermind who's prone to failure.
My face is on fire right now. If you're gonna do this at home, don't do it with a can of spray paint. Go to a makeup or a hobby store.
Simultaneously, Ferrell makes us sympathize with this misguided anti-hero who just needs a push in the right direction.
You did it. You won.
Well, I finally had a reason to win. You.
Number 22, Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. By the time the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie premiered, Bradley Cooper already had 2 Oscar nominations under his belt.
They were really easy to steal.
You'd think that voicing a genetically engineered raccoon would be a step back.
Don't call me a raccoon!
But Rocket turned out to be one of Cooper's most beloved characters. While he had hilarious dialogue to work with, Cooper's smartass delivery and timing made the character feel whole.
Let's make something clear. This one here's our booty.
Whenever Rocket speaks, we don't hear Cooper putting on a thick accent. We just hear Rocket.
How on earth were they gonna turn us over when you only gave them a count of 5? We didn't have time to work out the minutiae of the plan. This is what we get for acting altruistically.
While often a source of comedic relief, Cooper also does an authentic job at bringing out Rocket's fear and insecurity.
He called me vermin. She called me rodent!
Cooper played an integral role in molding Rocket into a fully fleshed out character. Or we guess a furred out character in this case.
That's a fake laugh. It's real!
Number 21, Vincent Price as Professor Ratigan, the Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, I love it when I'm nasty.
One of Disney's most criminally underrated films features a villain who is voiced by one of the horror genre's greats. The Great Mouse Detective was released during a lull in Disney's animated feature films, and its relative success was one of the factors which reinvigorated the studio.
We are about to embark on the most odious, the most evil, the most diabolical scheme of my illustrious career.
In this Sherlock Holmes-themed tale, Vincent Price plays the role of Professor Ratigan, the Moriarty-esque foil to Basil. This legendary actor gives a performance that won't soon be forgotten, and just his voice can send a shiver down your spine.
Trouble with the chemistry set, old boy.
Ratigan, no one can have a higher opinion of you than I have. And I think you're a slimy, contemptible sewer rat.
Number 20, Chris Pratt as Emmet Burkowski, the Lego Movie.
No, not that. Wrong. And that's it, check.
Emmet may seem like a run-of-the-mill construction worker on the surface. Thanks to Chris Pratt's endearing performance, though, he's truly one of a kind.
He's just as blind as a guy whose eyes don't work.
An ordinary minifigure with a very special destiny, Emmet emerges as both a goofball and an unlikely action hero. Pratt flawlessly expresses all of Emmet's passion, creativity, and enthusiasm.
Where are we?
Even when he's performing the most routine tasks, Emmet sounds like he's on top of the world.
Well, hi there, I'm a cowboy. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot, 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 bullet, bullet, gun. Zap, 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 pow, zap, pow. What are they looking at?
I made a mistake.
Pratt also brings humanity to the character, molding this yellow brick into an encouraging role model we care about. Equally silly and sincere, no actor in Hollywood could likely capture Emmet's essence quite like Pratt.
Look, I watch a lot of cop shows on TV, and isn't there supposed to be a good cop in that scenario also?
Number 19, Johnny Depp as Rango.
It's certainly nothing I've ever done before, any of us have ever done before.
Johnny Depp is one of those performers that can slip into any role like a chameleon. Likewise, Rango is an actual chameleon that can blend into his environment like a Hollywood actor. Having spent most of his life behind glass, this lizard faces an identity crisis when he becomes stranded in the desert.
Look, I need water, hydration, my teeth are chapped, I need lotion. I'm down to 1 layer of skin already. Pretty soon I'm gonna start seeing my insides.
The timid Rango is able to survive by taking on the persona of a Western hero, although this inevitably lands him in hot water.
You might say I'm what hell was already raised up. Name's Rango.
Rango is constantly shifting between being courageous, cowardly, confident, and in over his head. But Depp's performance is perfectly balanced.
Believe in that there sign.
He completely loses himself in this role, making us forget about the actor behind the character.
As long as that sign says sheriff, you can believe that there's law and order in this town. But without law and order, ruminate on that.
Number 18, James Woods as Hades, Hercules.
Memo to me, maim you after my meeting.
You can't mention Hercules without giving a shout out to the legendary Danny DeVito and his performance as Phil.
Perseus, Theseus, a lot of yusses. And every single one of those bums let me down.
But James Woods' Hades is somehow even more memorable. This Academy Award nominee is known for playing villains, so his role in this Disney film of mythological proportions is definitely fitting.
I've got 24 hours to get rid of this bozo, while the entire scheme I've been setting up for 18 years goes up in smoke, and you are wearing his merchandise!
James Woods plays the primary antagonist in 1997's Hercules, the king of the underworld, Hades. In traditional Greek mythology, Hades isn't necessarily a bad guy, but in this rendition, he is our hero's main adversary.
Okay, say the next 24 hours, and Meg here is free as a bird and safe from harm. We dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say? Come on.
Woods has said that he had such a good time acting as the voice of Hades that he'd take up the role again anytime. He went on to voice the character in an animated series, as well as several video games.
Okay, so you made one lousy mistake. You exist. But hey, I'm a forgiving guy.
Number 17, Alan Tudyk as King Candy, also known as Turbo, Wreck-It Ralph. At this point, we know not to be surprised by a transformative vocal performance from Alan Tudyk. Heck, he voiced a chicken in Moana. A chicken. But back in 2012, we were blown away by his villainous turn in Wreck-It Ralph. And that's saying something considering the stacked cast.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? You hit a guy with glasses. That's well played.
As King Candy, Tudyk presents a foppish and almost comedic antagonist in the vein of comedian Ed Wynn. As Turbo, however, King Candy's secret identity, Tudyk goes full dastardly, making us suddenly fear what was originally at its core a silly character.
Because of you, Ralph, I'm now the most powerful virus in the arcade. I can take over any game I want. I should thank you, but it'd be more fun to kill you.
It's no wonder that Tudyk won an Annie Award for voice acting in the film. Number 16, George Clooney as Mr. F.F. Foxy Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Because I'm a wild animal.
He's the man synonymous with the phrase movie star, so we had to constantly remind ourselves that he's the one playing the lead in this stop-motion flick.
I'm the greatest, the quote-unquote fantastic Mr. Fox.
Described as a natural choice by Wes Anderson, Clooney's charm adds a certain gentlemanly quality to the already fantastic titular Fox. Unlike other animated films, the voices were recorded on location in an old farmhouse to get the most natural performances and as an attempt to replicate the movie's mood.
You really are kind of a quote-unquote fantastic fox.
I try.
As a result, the comedy boasts the suave nature of Clooney's character, recounting the group's bizarre heist capers. It's almost like the remake of Ocean's 11. Hey, wait a minute.
When was the last time you were in Vegas?
Number 15, Amy Poehler as Joy, Inside Out.
So hold on, guys. It's broccoli! Yes!
Although Mindy Kaling, as discussed, is certainly an inspired casting choice, Amy Poehler's portrayal of Joy is simply irresistible. The very definition of happiness, Joy attempts to put a smile on young Reilly's face when life gets her down. Being a basic human emotion, Joy easily could have been a one-note character.
All right, everyone, fresh start. We're gonna have a good day, which will turn into a good week, which will turn into a good year, which turns into a good life.
Poehler's performance brings a surprising amount of complexity to the role, however. Although Joy constantly tries to think positive, she eventually comes to understand the importance of sadness.
Joy, you gotta fix this. Get up there. Sadness, it's up to you.
Me?
Sadness?
Sadness? I can't, Joy.
Yes, you can. Reilly needs you.
With just her voice, Poehler is able to light up the screen while also making the audience bawl their eyes out. taking us on an emotional journey unlike any other.
I'll try. Bing bong. I promise.
Number 14, Idina Menzel as Elsa, the Frozen franchise.
You belong down in Arendelle.
So do you. No, Anna, I belong here. Alone. Where I can be who I am without hurting anybody.
In modern Disney animated movies, the voice casts are often packed with well-known actors, musicians, and celebrities. In Frozen, the cast is predictably star-studded, with actors like Kristen Bell, Jonathan Groff, and Josh Gad in prominent roles. Belle's relatable and quirky portrayal of Anna is definitely one for the books. The most vital player, however, is Idina Menzel, who was a Broadway darling before being cast as Elsa, but arguably became a household name due to the role. Her powerhouse voice is what makes the performance ring true, and it's hard to imagine anyone else giving it quite the same gravitas.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
Number 13, Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Maui, Moana.
The gods have given me a man!
When you need somebody to voice a demigod, you can't do better than a superstar of Mr. Johnson's caliber.
Maui always has time for his fans.
The Rock is already a very animated person, especially in the eyebrows. His natural charisma translated flawlessly to animation.
Men and women, both, all. Not a guy-girl thing. Maui is a hero to all. You're doing great.
Although Johnson was tailor-made for Maui, the retired wrestler turned actor didn't come from a singing background. Regardless, he was excited to take part in Disney's tradition of classic musical numbers.
Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's Maui, breathe it in.
The Rock spent months practicing You're Welcome, and his dedication shines through in the final product.
Well, anyway, let me say you're welcome for the wonderful world you know.
Through the song and his overall performance, Johnson finds just the right balance of being egotistical yet lovable.
What's that for?
That's man's discovery of Nunya.
What's Nunya?
Nunya business.
He shape-shifts Maui into a hero we want to follow, even though he may throw you in the water along the way. Number 12, Scarlett Johansson as Samantha, Her. Another live-action movie with a surprisingly stupendous voice-only performance, Her is a one-of-a-kind speculative romance movie that really makes us ponder the limits of humanity and love. Playing an artificial intelligence named Samantha, Scarlett Johansson makes us truly believe a machine creation could possess such profound emotion. She so effortlessly connects to Joaquin Phoenix's Theodore, even though they're never actually in the same room.
But the heart's not like a box that gets filled up. It expands in size the more you love. I'm different from you. This doesn't make me love you any less. It actually makes me love you more.
Funnily enough, the role was recast in post-production to Johansson, having originally been voiced by Samantha Morton. As powerful an actor as she is in her own right, we can't imagine hearing anyone else singing along as we play the ukulele.
Times where swallowed up in space, we're here a million miles away.
Number 11, Billy Crystal as Michael Mike Wazowski, the Monsters, Inc. franchise.
Call yourself a monster?
Upon first look, Billy Crystal seems out of place as the one-liner spouting, one-eyed monster.
Scary feet, oh, the kid's away!
But upon closer inspection, his performance actually brings a much-needed balance to John Goodman's kind yet deep voice as Sully.
Look, you and I are a team. Nothing is more important than our friendship.
The energy and excitement the actor brings is not just what makes him good, though. When leading the 2013 prequel, Crystal digs out a lighter and softer tone for his more sympathetic moments.
I knew I was scary. I didn't know I was that scary.
In whichever circumstance Mike Wazowski finds himself, Crystal adapts to put forward that best possible chemistry.
The team of Wazowski and Sullivan are going to change the world starting today!
Number 10, Mike Myers as Shrek, the Shrek franchise.
Why are you following me?
While his previous characters were eccentric yet one-dimensional, Shrek is a package of vicious loneliness and sarcasm, yet also a kinder soul, all effectively demonstrated through the actor's voice.
Of course!
Really?
No.
Not to say that his performance isn't helped by Eddie Murphy as the dim-witted donkey. as the pairing's mishaps are only complemented by their bond as talented voice actors.
Why don't you go celebrate your freedom with your own friends?
But, I don't have any friends.
Shrek is not only one of the best voice performances by a celebrity, but also one that enhances Mike Myers' career rather than simply being a side gig.
Now, where were we?
Number 9, Jack Black as Po Ping, the Kung Fu Panda franchise.
I'm gonna do something I never thought I'd be able to do. I'm going to teach Kung Fu.
Jack Black is still one of the most energetic and physical comedic presences around.
Whoa! The Furious Five. You're so much bigger than your action figures. Except for you, Mantis. You're about the same.
Black was tailor-made to voice Po, a chubby panda who lives and breathes Kung Fu. Almost everybody doubts Po when he's singled out as the Dragon Warrior.
So what? What? I don't know Chi. I don't know Chi. I don't know if I'm even the Dragon Warrior. I don't even know if I'm a panda. I don't know who I am.
Regardless, Po steps up to the challenge with an appetite to learn. Po's eagerness wonderfully complements the stern, authoritative Master Shifu, who's voiced by Dustin Hoffman in a strong performance.
Po, the day you were chosen as Dragon Warrior was the worst day of my life. By far, nothing else came close.
Black makes the audience root for Po every step of the way, evening out the character's gullibility, clumsiness, and insecurity with wit, determination, and confidence.
And now, free the Fiend! Disc of Destruction!
Number 8, Steve Carell as Felonious Gru, the Despicable Me franchise.
I know how much you like to laugh.
Known for his live-action roles in romantic comedies, and as an awkward manager on TV's The Office, what better choice is there to play a gruff and foolish jelly manufacturer / supervillain?
It's like my heart is a tooth, and it's got a cavity that can only be filled with children.
Steve Carell's Russian-like accent is dead on, and presents a mad cartoon doctor perfectly in these 3D computer-animated comedies.
Next, we are going to steal...
Pause for effect.
His performance channels the great Mel Blanc in Gru's outlandish reactions to his failures and comeuppances, but also provides a softer quality for his more sympathetic moments.
You gave us that!
I know, and it is the worst mistake I ever made!
Weaving in and out of his tones, Carell never loses the cartoon taste of his performance, and that can only be a great thing.
Will you read us a bedtime story?
No.
Number 7, Jeremy Irons as Scar, the Lion King.
Oh dear, I've said too much. Well, I suppose you'd have found out sooner or later.
This Britain-born actor presents a brilliant gravitas to the greedy brother of Mufasa in this musical epic.
Kill him.
The foppish villain of the animal kingdom has a voice talent more in common with a Shakespeare tale than a Disney film, much like the story itself, actually.
Murderer! No, Simba, please. Tell them the truth.
But it's the quarrels between Jeremy Irons and his on-screen brother James Earl Jones that propel our ears to bliss, both presenting a strong clash of bellowing and snarly voices.
Brother, help me!
We love Jeremy Irons particularly for the way his voice almost dances through his plotting nature, especially when he informs dear Simba of his most famous surprise.
Here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa.
Number 6, Ellen DeGeneres as Dory, the Finding Nemo franchise.
Hi, I'm Dory.
Speaking of chemistry, how do you make an uptight clownfish and a mind-numbing fool work this well together?
Can I help you?
Something's wrong with you. Really.
Ellen DeGeneres uses a playful innocence to combat the harsher tones of Albert Brooks's Marlin the Clownfish in the first flick of this Pixar film series.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
Her lighter optimism is so unique to the tone of the film that when thinking of DeGeneres' big screen work, she's practically synonymous with her character of Dory, which led to a fantastic sequel.
I'm sorry, but I really, really, really think we should swim through.
And I'm really, really done talking about this. Over we go.
Come on, trust me on this.
Number 5. Eddie Murphy as Donkey, the Shrek franchise. The franchise may be called Shrek, but we all know it was his noble steed who stole the show, especially in the first movie.
That was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath certainly will get the job done, cause you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something.
Eddie Murphy had already voiced a few animated characters, like the unforgettable Mushu from Mulan.
You're gonna have to trust me. And don't you slap me no more. We clear on that?
But Donkey benefited the most from his rapid-fire delivery and uncontainable energy. Bringing his comedic A-game to the table, almost everything that comes out of Donkey's mouth is a laugh riot.
That is one dazzling smile you got there. And do I detect a hint of minty freshness?
That is, except for the occasional heartfelt moment, which Murphy also brings a gentle sincerity to.
When we met, I didn't think he was just a big, stupid, ugly ogre.
Although the performance didn't garner him an Oscar nomination, Murphy did become the first actor to score a BAFTA nomination for voice acting. Murphy also deservingly won the Annie Award for Best Male Performance in an Animated Feature.
Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Oh, they make you cry?
No.
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs.
Number 4. James Earl Jones as Mufasa, the Lion King. Drawing inspiration from epics like Hamlet and the Ten Commandments, The Lion King needed a cast that could supply the same level of gravitas.
One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
James Earl Jones brought the most majesty to his performance as Mufasa.
Take Nala home. I've got to teach my son a lesson.
Whenever you hear Jones speak, you think to yourself, now that's a voice worthy of a king.
Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble.
But you're not scared of anything.
I was today.
Although Jones has one of the most distinctive voices in the world, it never feels like we're listening to a celebrity. Jones becomes Mufasa.
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are.
The character is best remembered for his commanding nature, but Jones adds dimensions to Mufasa.
The cheetahs are hard up.
Stay low to the ground.
He captures Mufasa's playfulness while bonding with Simba, the fear in the pit of his stomach when Scar betrays him, and his stern yet affectionate side when it's time to teach a lesson.
'Cause nobody messes with your dad. Come here, you.
Oh, no. Ah!
Number 3. Tom Hanks as Woody, the Toy Story franchise. Usually when an actor voices as an animated character for multiple movies, it can start to sound like they're only interested in the steady paycheck after a while.
What does a space ranger actually do?
He's not a space ranger! He doesn't fight evil or shoot lasers or fly!
This has never been the case with Tom Hanks as Woody.
You are a toy! You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure!
In each Toy Story film, Hanks gave Woody another layer of depth. Like Buzz, identity is the key theme at the center of Woody's arc.
Over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you're a space ranger, pal. It's because you're a toy.
When we first meet the sheriff, he views himself as Andy's favorite toy and the leader of his fellow playthings.
Help us! The barn's on fire! I've got you, critters. No need to worry. Woody saves the day again!
We see Woody gradually transition out of these roles throughout the series, and Hanks makes that evolution feel 100% genuine.
Andy's mom thought you were trash.
Yeah, after he put us in a trash bag.
And called us junk!
Yeah, I know, it looks bad, but guys, you gotta believe me.
Thanks to his versatility as a comedic and dramatic actor, Hanks fashioned Woody into one of cinema's most complex animated protagonists. Number 2. Eartha Kitt as Yzma, the Emperor's New Groove. Much like Atlantis, The Emperor's New Groove is an early 2000s movie that didn't get the love it initially deserved, but has since drawn a cult following thanks to the excellent voice cast.
Just think of it as you're being let go, that your life's going in a different direction, that your body's part of a permanent outplacement.
Hey, that's kind of like what he said to you when you got fired.
I know. It's called a cruel irony.
Though we could be here all day talking about Patrick Warburton's Kronk or David Spade's Cusco, it's Eartha Kitt who truly steals the show.
It is no concern of mine whether your family has... What was it again? Food? Ha! You really should have thought of that before you became peasants.
Though Yzma is story-wise a truly despicable villain, we can't help but love her all the same thanks to Kit's zany line delivery and energy. You can practically hear her chewing the dialogue in the recording booth, making sure we're having as much fun as she is.
I'll turn him into a flea. A harmless little flea. And then I'll put that flea in a box. And then I'll put that box inside of another box. And then I'll nail that box to myself. And when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer.
Though we've gotten plenty of superb vocal performances this century so far, we irrefutably got one of the best early on. Number 1, Robin Williams as the genie, Aladdin.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Ali Baba had 40 thieves and Scheherazade had 1,000 tales, but there will only ever be one Robin Williams.
Aladdin! Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al, or maybe just Din? Or how about Laddie?
In Mrs. Doubtfire, the comedian states that he does voices, and he's correct.
I do voices. What do you mean, you do voices? Well, I do voices.
His ecstatic performance is such a powerful addition to this musical fantasy that it almost changes the tone entirely once the genie is introduced.
What would you wish of me?
Be ever impressive.
The one contained, but never duplicated.
Not only that, but his high-octane manner drives the second half so much that Disney aired the movie on TV in tribute to Williams following his 2014 death. And there's no arguing the actor and comedian deserved all the honor and praise he has received.
All of you, come over here. Big group hug. Group hug. Ooh. Do you mind if I kiss the monkey? Ooh, hairball.
Which of these voice performances do you consider elite? Let us know in the comments.